Should I think this deadline through more? Maybe. Am I going to? No. Do I even like writing? Please don't pee on my floor. Should I take this opportunity to write? Probably. But I'm not going to. I'm just having like a mini existential crisis, that's all. Oh, dragonfly. Because I am the queen of productive procrastination. Why do I look so short? Sit up straighter. I don't know. Hey. Hi, my name is Natalie. I write books, I read books, and I make content on the internet about those two things. And today we are doing a little week in my life vlog. I recently got a job that is full-time plus a little bit more. It has been very difficult to juggle that and my writing as much as I would like to. So that's what we're talking about today. A little background information first. So if you don't know me, what's up? I'm so happy you're here. I am writing a YA fantasy novel that I currently am just calling Project A. A stands for Anastasia, which is a great segue into it is very loosely inspired by the 1997 film Anastasia. Basically, it is about a girl who has been raised her entire life by a rebel faction in order to impersonate the lost princess of this kingdom and overthrow the royals. It's fun, there's romance, there's action, adventure. I'm a big fan, and I hope one day you will be too. I am pursuing traditional publishing, so you probably won't see this book in your hands for a while, but I'm happy to have you on the journey as we get there. So as for my day job, I work in film and television. I typically work in the casting department, so I'm the one helping us find actors to put in the commercials, movies, television shows that you watch and love. And it is a contract type of business where I work for a specific casting director, but I get hired per project that comes on. So I just got a project and it is a very short turnaround. It is a 4-week contract. Typically these are like 4-month contracts, so very short. We're gonna be doing a lot of work in a very short amount of time, which you will absolutely see in this vlog. But essentially, this job, it is not a 9 to 5. It is a 9 to 9. I am on call for 12 hours, which can mean I might have a chunk of time in the middle of the day when I am not needed. It also could mean that I am working every minute of those 12 hours. And you know what? For this contract, because it's so condensed, I definitely worked a lot. Anyway, all that to say, this vlog is me struggling to juggle those two things together. I hope you enjoy it. Stick around. P.S. I got a puppy too, so puppy content will be in here. My life is a wild place to be right now. I love you. I'm so happy that you're here, and we're gonna jump into the video. Hi, welcome to Monday morning. Nope, it's the afternoon. I was gonna say welcome to Monday morning, but it is 1:10 p.m. And I have just now gotten away from my computer long enough to say hi. Welcome to this vlog. We are going through a week in my life as someone with a new job where I work approximately 12 hours a day, 9 to 9, and also I'm trying to write a book. This is the first time I've been able to actually take a breath this whole morning, and I'm kind of just waiting on my, I guess you'd call her my boss, my partner, to finish up something before I can move on to the next step. So in the meantime, I was gonna let my brain relax a little bit and watch some authortube videos because I am behind. Should I take this opportunity to write? Probably, but I'm not going to. I need a little brain rot session, a little hang out with my friends, if you will. So that's what we're gonna do. Hey, it's your girl, coming at you from the angle that I always say I'm not going to film at again, and here we are. It is, what, almost 3 o'clock. I got back to work. Things got busy again, as they tend to do in the film industry. I ended up watching a little bit of YouTube, but then fell asleep for about 20 minutes, which was needed, I could tell from my body. But then woke up and got back to work, so I'm here at my desk again, just kind of trying to figure out how the rest of my day is gonna look. I texted Taylor and Cody, asked if they wanted to do a little bit of writing, because I have a feeling that maybe in an hour or two, I might have a pocket of time where I can do something that does not work. So we will see. That's the update. I'm gonna go back to click-clacking on my little computer. I should mention how hard it is to stay focused when you have this little guy wanting to hang out with you so much. I literally have part of a wrapper in my hand, and he just thinks it's the coolest thing since sliced bread. Please don't pee on my floor. The people want puppy content. I gotta take a video of you. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We're in a different spot than normal. I am working at my husband's desk today. Husband's desk. He is a teacher, and more than that, he's a PE teacher. He does not need a desk, but he has one. Anyway, this is our guest room that also has a desk in it. I just felt like I needed a change of scenery. I am live streaming with Cody tonight, and I will be in my regular office, and so I was like, you know, today, at least for the morning, we're gonna work somewhere different so that I'm not in the same room all day. It is 9:03. I haven't heard anything from my people yet, so I don't necessarily have to start work because I finished everything I needed to yesterday. But first, breakfast. I have avocado toast, some Parmesan, and then the little cup of peaches that you give children because why not? And then I have tea behind me as well. I don't have tea every morning, just when I need a little treat. And you know what? I needed a little treat today because I did not sleep last night because of the puppy. The puppy did not sleep, so I did not sleep. I think I finished yesterday's clip by saying, finishing work a little early, I might have time to write. That did not happen because the entertainment industry is fickle. I ended up doing a lot more work than I thought I would. I'm rambling. I'm very hungry. I need to eat food and put on some makeup and get started on this day. And you know what? If I have a free morning, maybe I will write some. But because I just said maybe I'll have a free morning, I probably just jinxed myself. But we'll see. You know, anything's possible. I'll see you when I see you. It's 9:20. Breakfast is done. It's humid today in the desert, so the hair is drying how it will. But I got about 20 minutes before I have to start work, so we're gonna do a little writing sprint. We're actually getting some writing in this writing vlog. Are you excited? Okay, let's do this. Unexpectedly finished a chapter because I decided to split one of my chapters into two, which is something that keeps happening in this draft. All my chapters tend to be between like 1,500 and 2,000 words, and more I've been splitting them up. Like as I'm expanding them, like adding lines in, I've been splitting them into two separate chapters so that they stay snappy and like end on a cliffhanger. Not a bad thing. I like it. It's just the fact that like the further I go into adjusting this draft, I guess we can call it a draft. It's a draft. It can be draft 3, sure. The further I go into draft 3, the more and more chapters I end up getting, and the further and further those chapter numbers get away from what the chapter numbers were in draft 2, which gets confusing. But it's fine. It's like not a big deal. It's just something that's kind of funny to me. I just finished up chapter 3. I was rewriting chapter 3. I added in a whole scene that wasn't in the last draft, and this will be the continuation, the end of that scene in chapter 4. And then I have chapters 5 through 7 done. And then I'm back into 8, where it's going to be, I think, just an adjusted version of what's already in draft 2 for a while until we add some new scenes in, probably around the 10 to 15 chapter-y mark. Things are going. It's happening. I was gonna say slowly but surely, but I actually don't think this draft is happening very slowly, which is delightful. I've definitely been writing more, and I can contribute that to my community. They've been pushing me, and also we've been a lot more like FaceTime writing together. Just that, you know, body doubling accountability has been absolutely amazing. So shout out to you guys. You're awesome. Okay, I'm supposed to be sprinting, so I'm gonna go back to writing. Hi, welcome back. Makeup is on my face. It's about 10:30 now. It has been a very quiet morning at work, which is either a really good thing, it means that it will be a quiet day, or it's a very bad thing because it means quiet morning and crazy afternoon. We will see exactly what it means probably soon. It has been kind of nice to actually have a slow morning, you know, make and eat a nice breakfast, get my makeup done. I was chatting with my husband for a while because he's a teacher and he's on summer break. Yeah, just having a good time. Played with the puppy a little bit, and now I'm sitting back down and thinking I am blessed with this time and I should use it to write my book. And instead, I'm filming an update because I am the queen of productive procrastination. The book is going well. Like I said earlier, this is what I'm calling draft 3. I don't know. Guys, I never know. I never know when to stop a draft and when to start a draft. Basically, I wrote draft 1, the rough draft, from November 1st until like, I don't know, February? March? I can't remember. I didn't finish the ending, but decided to start at the beginning again and add in more things and change some things. And we kind of sort of called that draft 2. Kind of sort of. Finished that in 50-ish days. More like 70 days. But finished that, and then this is that next draft, I guess? I don't know. We'll call it draft 3 for fun, but you know, who knows. And I'm just trying to go through, fill in brackets, fill in the blanks, change a few things that I know need changing, which honestly is not a whole lot, which I feel pretty good about. Just adding a few more like world building things in. My hope is to clean everything up cohesively enough for it to go to beta readers when this is done. I hate giving deadlines because I always miss them. Despite the fact that I always miss them, they do help me. Today's June 24th, maybe? Dang, right on the money. That never happens. It's June 24th. Tomorrow's my wedding anniversary. So exciting. And also, something else exciting is happening tomorrow. Don't know if I can take you with me, but I'll try. We'll see. Stay tuned to see what that is. Today's June 24th. I'm really hoping that by the end of July, this draft will be done and I can send it to beta readers. That would be really nice. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be really nice? So that gives me 5 weeks, I think, to finish this. I should also mention, I will be out of town for the majority of July, so that does complicate things. And also I have this job. And this contract doesn't end until halfway through July. And I'm working 12-hour days. So, should I think this deadline through more? Maybe. Am I going to? No, I will not be. I will not be thinking this through. And I will be committing to a 6-week deadline because I'm delusional. I think we're done updating for now. I definitely need to write some words. I've been blessed with this time. And now I'm on deadline. So, let's head back to the work. I don't remember the last time I updated you, but it's much later. It's actually not like late. I think it's like 5 o'clock. It's 4:30, but there's a storm outside and I am taking this brief pause of no rain to update you. I've been working kind of on and off all day and I was supposed to stream with Cody tonight and that is no longer happening. He's still streaming. I just won't be on it because my power keeps going in and out with this delightful little storm we're having, which, don't get me wrong, I love a good rainstorm, I love a good thunderstorm, but I do feel bad that I will not be streaming tonight. I'm finishing up work for the day. I have a few more things that I need to do, and then I think that I will be done for the day. And then I'm going to write my silly little story because I don't need internet to do that. So that's the plan. That's what's happening. The rain is starting to fall again, so I will see you later. Bye. I apologize for the AC blasting in the back, but it is summer in the desert, so here we are. It is 6:30 p.m. and I'm just now finishing work. Yeah, it was a long day. Mental health was not feeling very mental healthy, you know? I was feeling bad that I wasn't gonna make it to Cody's stream. One, because I love Cody and I said I would be there and I want to do what I say I'm gonna do. But then two, because like that was gonna be my writing time and it is now 6:30 and I have not written anything. That's not true. I wrote a little bit this morning and I need to give myself credit for that. I did do that. It's just that I was supposed to have like a 2-hour chunk of writing tonight, and in theory I still have time to do that, but I just don't know if that's actually gonna happen. I know that it's very rare to know someone who works in the film industry if you're not like in one of those major markets, and I know that it's even rarer. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I know that it's even more unlikely that you know someone in the film industry who also is a writer, who also makes videos on the internet. In fact, I could only think of one other one. Shout out to Diane. And so I feel like, Diane, you are uniquely suited to understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's just long days and exhaustion, but knowing that this contract will end and I might have some off time is what's getting me through it. But also the thought of having off time and not having another contract on the table is terrifying. welcome to the gig economy, everybody. And I think that the more I think about that, the more I'm stressing myself out even more. So I'm going to shut up. I think I'm gonna open my document, look at it, and see if I'm gonna write, because I don't know yet. All right, that's where we're ending the day. 394 words. Hi. It is 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, and I didn't film a lick of footage today. I was actually filming a commercial this morning. So I got up, got ready, went, was on set, was not allowed to have my phone, and I filmed until about 1:30 p.m. Then I ran home and continued working, and I'm just sitting here at my desk at 5:30, still working. I wish I could have shown you what happened. Alas, it was not that kind of shoot. It was quite busy. It was fun, had a good time. I saw someone I hadn't seen in like a decade on set as another actor, and that was so much fun to catch up with her, and it was great. But yeah, I'm a little tired physically and emotionally, but the world doesn't stop spinning, so there's still more work to be done in the casting department, and I doubt I will get any writing done today. It's also my 3rd wedding anniversary. It's been quite the day. All that rambling to say, Wednesday is a wash. There will be no writing done today. But I am hoping I will see you tomorrow with a little bit more fun news. Good morning, happy Thursday. It is 8:58, so I start work in 2 minutes. I've just now sat down, showered. It's very humid here. I have egg bites and a bowl full of strawberries this morning for breakfast. Yesterday took a lot of energy out of me. It is fun to act. It's fun to be on set, but as an introvert, it takes a lot out of you. So I am very tired today. Also, ended up working pretty late into the night yesterday, so the energy might be a little low today, but you know what? When the energy is low, I feel like I tend to not have a filter and say some weird things, so maybe you'll enjoy it. I don't know. I'm gonna eat my breakfast and look at all the emails that came in overnight for my job, and I will see you sometime later. I don't know when. Hi. I literally just put my phone on my tripod to film a little update for you and talk about how I was gonna start writing for the day, when an email came in just now that will prohibit me from doing that. Suddenly, there's a lot more work I have to do, so yeah. I wish I could talk to you more. Alas, I must get to work. It's been an on and off busy day, and right now we're on busy, so see you later. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but it is like 4:30, and it kind of looks like if I'm not done with work for the day, at least it will be a little quiet for a while. So I'm taking advantage of that, and I'm going to be reading Next to You, which is another Hannah Bonham Young book. I read Out on a Limb last month. Loved it. Read another one of hers. What was it called? Next of Kin a couple weeks ago, and now I'm on Next to You. Great book. I'm loving it. She is my all-time new favorite romance author. You should check her out. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading, and then at 5 o'clock, which is like 35-ish minutes from now, I am going to hop onto Zoom and write with my friends. Finally gonna get some writing in this writing vlog. I guess it's not really a writing vlog. It's a week in my life of insanity and craziness when you work 12 hours a day. But you know what? Today I only worked 8 right now. Knock on wood. There's no wood around me. You get what I mean. Okay, I gotta shut up. I'm gonna read a book and let my brain melt for a couple of minutes. Hi, it is 5:30. I have been yapping with my friends for, I don't know, half an hour now, almost 40 minutes, and we are just now starting our first writing sprint. I just feel like a lot calmer in my soul, if that makes any sort of sense. I feel like I was just getting really worked up and overwhelmed at work and feeling like nothing was happening in this vlog, and also that I was just so tired I didn't even want to write. But talking with my friends just really, it makes things better, makes me actually get excited about writing again. So for the 1 millionth time on my channel, I'm going to tell you to find your community because it helps so much. Anyway, yes, right now I'm not going to show their faces because they're writing and we all have writing faces, and I'm not going to be cruel and show those off, but I have Alyssa in the books, I have Kelly, Lynn, Becca, and me. We're just vibing, typing away our silly little stories. I'm gonna actually get to writing now because that is in fact the point of the writing sprint. Well, y'all, it is 6:06 and I'm calling it quits on the writing sprints. I have one more work task I have to do and then I'll be done for the night. And to be honest with you, as I was writing, I was actively falling asleep. I did another pass through chapter 3. I feel solid on it. I think I can call it done. I'm gonna go into chapter 4 and fill in the blanks. I'm like a quarter of the way through chapter 4 right now. Yeah, that's my evening. I need a break after some work. First I have to work, and then I need a break. I'll see you on Friday. Happy Friday. I am running late today. It is 9:15 and I'm just now sitting down. Yes, I am wearing the same jacket as yesterday. It's one of those days. And yes, also it is covered in dog hair. If you can see that. Great. Very sleepy today. Ended up finishing work around 9 p.m. There was a chunk of a time in the middle that was a break there. So I think I finished at like 4:30 or something, and then I had a break, then I was working again. So yeah, a little tired. And then woke up early with the puppy, which wouldn't normally be a problem, except for the fact that I stayed up late reading to finish my book. So yeah, a little sleepy, a little like just exhausted. Excited that it's Friday. Excited that tomorrow I do not have to work. I just sat down at my desk. I have a bagel with, don't fall, bagel with butter because we're out of cream cheese, and a thing of peaches that they give children because they're delicious. I'm sorry, I have to eat my fruit in the morning and might as well be covered in sugar and syrup. So yeah, I have work to do right off the bat, so I'm gonna do some of that, and then if we have a spare moment or two, I might write. We'll see though. Okay, so I was right, and I finished up the little work I had this morning, and now I'm working on my book, finally. And I opened up chapter 4, and immediately just got like this weird feeling of like, am I even a good writer? And I know that I am. I know I'm a good writer. It's just like, you know, sometimes you have those moments where you're like, I don't know where this scene is going, despite the fact that I have plotted this book and I've written past this and I literally know exactly what's gonna happen in this scene. And just as I'm writing it, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? What is this? And I'm asking the question, is this scene necessary? And the answer is yes. Like, I know it's necessary. And like, I know, just having one of those moments where you're like, do I even like writing? Do I even like this? I'm just having like a mini existential crisis. That's all. Oh, dragonfly. Anyway, focus up. Yeah, existential crisis. Just having a little bit of a moment. And I am contemplating whether I work through this moment or if I watch YouTube videos, you know? The endless struggle. You know what the right thing to do would be? The right thing to do would be journal about the block, journal about how I'm feeling right now, because that always helps. And that's something that I would have never known helps unless I started doing it and had this YouTube channel where I can look back and be like, oh, that always helps. But I just don't want to do that. I should, but I think I'm just gonna wallow for a minute. Is that the wrong decision? Yeah, I'm aware. It's the wrong decision. But right now, I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I think I just need to sit. I think I'm also just so exhausted that I'm feeling down about myself because of that. And I need to acknowledge that that is also true, you know? Like, I'm so tired. I've been working really hard for 2 weeks straight at this job, and I haven't really had a break, even on the weekends. So I think it's okay that I'm feeling like this because it makes me human. It's okay I'm feeling like this because I need to listen to my body. I am not a person with endless energy, and in fact, I would argue I have less energy than your average bear or human. And that makes life more difficult for me sometimes. And I think that this is just one of those times when I am exhausted and perhaps didn't realize it until this moment. Like, I know I've been tired but I think I am actively exhausted, which doesn't bode well for wanting to finish this book in the next 6 weeks, but I don't think this feeling is gonna last. I am hopeful, very hopeful, that today at work will be a little quiet. I am hoping that I will be able to rest this morning and not write, and have time in the afternoon to write, and come back to this project feeling a little bit better. I think that's what I need. So we're headed to YouTube to watch some videos and to hang out with my friends. Sounds so sad when I say that, but like I kind of mean it. I'm gonna go watch Meredith's newest video because this morning she posted a video about how she got a literary agent. Meredith, I'm so freaking excited for you. I got to beta read her book and I loved it. So this is an extremely exciting step for her. Everyone go watch that right now, please. Leave my video. Just leave it right now. Leave my video and go watch hers. Okay. I've been yapping. But you know what? I've been yapping and I feel slightly better, and you can probably tell in my energy. Okay. I gotta go, y'all. Bye. I think it's just a bad mental health day. It's 12:30 Friday, and like nothing bad is happening at work. It's just like nothing's going quite right, and I just had a little cry about it. And I'm not that type of person. I just think I need to acknowledge that today is not my day, and that's okay. Do you think that writing would make me feel better? I'm actually really thinking a lot about my story right now, and that's bringing me some comfort, but yeah, just tired, just down. And that's on having mental health problems, I guess. There's no real reason to update you other than to say, I don't know what the rest of the day is going to look like, but I am very excited about the weekend. Hi. AC is on, sorry. It's the same day. I just changed into my PJs because it's that kind of day. I'm done with work for now. Who knows if that will last, but I, again, was feeling that dread. So I popped open my query letter, which I had wrote a rough draft for a couple months ago. And I had Lynn D. Jung look at it and give me some feedback. So thanks, Lynn, for doing that for me. And I am taking a little pass through it to see what I can change, take some of her notes, see what I can do to improve it, because it seems like a smaller, more manageable task right now that is still working on my book. So that's what we're doing. She had very complimentary things to say. Maybe I'll read you some of them. Hold on. Okay, so I'll pop it on the screen. She said, I think this query letter is absolutely stellar. The first line is informative and gripped me right away, and I love a court infiltration fish out of water story. And then she goes on to say that there's definitely room to fill out some details more and to show agents what makes the story unique. And then she gave like some specific questions that she had while reading the query. And then on a smaller note, she kind of said, you might want to cut some of the proper nouns. You're giving too much specificity in the wrong place, which is a fantastic note. And then she said that she's happy to look over anything else if I have another draft of this query letter later on. So thank you again, Lynn, for doing that for me. But yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I think having a smaller project, something that I can sit and perhaps even finish a draft of tonight, is something that I needed for my soul. So that's what we're working on. It is 6:30 p.m. and I am officially, actually done with work for today / this weekend. Oh, and I am relieved. To tell you what, I am relieved. Today was a rough day, and I think half of it was mental health and half of it was just like the project was a lot. I've sat down, I've moved from the desk. I am now here on the little couch I have in my office. I've decided to do low effort working on my book tasks because I still definitely want to be working on my book right now. Like I feel in my heart that I want that, but writing is just not happening. So I did work a little bit more on my query letter before I had to do work things. And now I am going through the notes on my phone and writing down any random piece I have that I wrote in here about Project A, because as I'm going through this draft, I'm going to start to implement some of that stuff. To be honest with you, I just can't remember what I've written down. So I'm going to go through everything that I have, write it all down on paper physically and see what still resonates, what I want to put in this next draft, what I want to potentially pose as an option in a future draft to tailor. I'm thinking about one is specific that I don't think we'll put in this draft, but it might be something for another draft. I'm gonna brainstorm with Taylor and see if it works, but that's what we're working on now. Hey, what's up? It's outro time. So what did I actually accomplish this week? Some stuff, sure. I think I wrote less than 1,000 words total. I really am struggling to find the balance with this contract, this job, and my writing, because I'm working from home now, which was half the goal of finding a job that worked for me. And it's awesome, and I feel like I would have more time to write, and sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't, and it's just been such a wild ride. There were so many times that I was like, what is the point of posting this vlog? I think it's important to see the real of what it looks like struggling to be a writer who maybe one day might be a full-time writer, but has to do a lot of legwork before that can happen. And I was talking to a couple of my authortube friends about the situation, and I kind of posed the question of like, what are your tips? Because I'm struggling so hard to figure out how to do both these things that consume so much of my time and energy, and also both involve my computer. I don't want to stare at my computer 20 hours a day, but I still want these things to get done. I want to be good at my job, and I want to be good at my writing, and I want to be a YouTuber, and like, you know, it's just a lot of screen time and a lot of divided attention. So I asked a couple of my friends what their recommendations were, and it was specifically Cody and Alyssa and a little bit Ari, who were talking about the importance of using the little spaces in between and setting smaller goals for yourself. So instead of saying, I want to work on my book for a total of 2 hours today, or I want to write 500 words, it might be better to say, okay, in this tiny little break of time, I am going to read over this chapter. And then at the next break of time, I am going to write 100 words. That was a really helpful perspective. I do think I often set goals too high for myself. They also talked about like practicality, like don't stare at your screen all day, get up and walk around. Take advantage of time before work, things like that. So that was very helpful. Thank you to my wonderful friends for helping me for that. I would say I'd make a video on tips, but I don't have them yet. So maybe one day when I find a balance, I will make a video about that. So this was me being real. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, giving it a thumbs up would actually really help me. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to do so we can chat some more. Let me know in the comments how I can support you, what tips you have for working at home, because, you know, I need those apparently. And I will see you so very soon in my next video.